'Tis the season for holiday craziness. And also head colds, apparently. Friends, hello! Welcome back to Amethyst Craftworks. I'm Samantha, and today we have a cold. I apologize. I know that, like, other people, for example, have told me, oh, you don't really sound very sick. You sound kind of congested, but you sound normal. And in my head, I sound like a frog. But maybe you can't tell. I hope you can't tell that I have caught a head cold. Because, of course, I have caught a head cold, right? Like, it is what it is. But that's not really the point of the video here today. The actual point of the video is to talk about the Movie Marquee Challenge. We are now into December, which feels insane to me. I feel like I only just recorded my video for November and my square for November. It kind of blows my mind, and I know I've mentioned this here before too, how much it blows my mind that time just, it disappears. It absolutely disappears on me anymore. It's crazy. But anyway, we're into December now, which means we have a new month, a new movie, new colors, and all that good stuff. So if you're ready for an update on the Movie Marquee Challenge for me, for my version, then let's just get settled in. So if you haven't joined me for the Movie Marquee Challenge, I've only been doing it since September because I'm an idiot and I wasn't doing it all year. But just in case if you're unfamiliar, the Movie Marquee Challenge is a challenge from Sandy from Crochet Canada and Heather, the Crochet Witch. Hello, my friends. Sandy, I hope you're feeling better. I understand. Trust me. Heather, too. I think Heather was getting a cold. Like, it's the season for colds and flu and blah. So hopefully you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, unlike us YouTubers who are apparently all just one big cold germ. But anyway, it's their project, their brainchild, their challenge for all year so far, all 12 months of the year, where they're flipping back and forth between Sandy picking a movie and then Heather picking a movie the next month. And they're basing their project, the projects that they're doing in that month, on the movie's poster. So inspired by the movie itself, inspired by the colors in the movie poster. You get it. They're making a project based on that. And so I decided to join in September, and I'm doing granny squares. I'm doing 12 granny squares for each movie for each of the months, picking 3 colors out of the movie poster and then bordering them all in black, and then joining them together for a Movie Marquee Challenge blanket. And so December's pick, the month of December's movie pick, was Heather's. And the very last movie is, dun da da da, I'll put a picture up over here, Princess Bride. Now this movie, I will admit, I haven't seen all the movies in the Movie Marquee Challenge year. Like, I haven't seen them all. And this one, though, I have. In fact, I watched it for like the millionth time very recently because it's on YouTube movies. Like, you know, those movies that you can either rent or they're free with ads, you know. It's free on YouTube movies. And so I watched it probably in the last month or so, I think. But yeah, I watched it recently because I love this movie. Inconceivable, right? If you know, you know. It's a great movie. It's really nostalgic. It's wonderful. And so the movie poster, which very likely is still up here, I picked 3 colors for my granny square to do for December. And so I'm going to show them to you. The first color that I picked, this is, boy, I'm also endeavoring to use yarn from my collection, from my stash of yarn. I'm trying to not buy anything and I had a big old backlog of Big Twist value, which if you've been here a while, you know that story. You know, I way overbought yarn. I won't go into it again, but that's my goal, is to use up yarn that I already have. But that also means that I end up with big old floppy skeins like this one. Now, this is a Big Twist value. This one I've had for quite a while now. It's not part of the big batch that I overbought for another blanket. But this one is called Cream, is the color. It's just a tan beige color. And I picked this one because I wanted to pull a color from both Wesley and Buttercup's outfits. They both have cream, like Buttercup, Princess Buttercup, her blouse is cream, and there's like a little tuft of cream up by Wesley's collar. So I wanted to at least combine both of them into one color, have them represented in the square. So cream is the first color. Oop, I hit the microphone. I'm sorry if you heard that. Then the next color is also a Big Twist value. This is called Varsity Yellow. And this color is both the lettering of the title of the movie as well as the sky. It like turns this beautiful like sunset orange yellow. Gorgeous. And so I picked yellow. So we've got cream and yellow. And the last color that I selected is green. This one is Varsity Green. If you've been here a while, you know the colors of Big Twist that I have the biggest like collection of. They're mostly the varsity colors. So Varsity Green. And this is for the tree. That's kind of the trees, the leaves that are kind of overgrowing, and the grass. So those are the three colors that I picked. Now, I will show them to you here. Boy, that cream is offensively floppy there. Anyway, this color combo in skein form, it's not my cup of tea. This is the first square that I was like, I love the colors that I picked and the reasons why I picked the colors that I picked. But I don't know if I love them together. I still don't know if I love them together. But I think it matches the movie poster quite well. And it matches what I wanted to pull from the poster while I try to wrangle all the floppy tails and things there. So yeah, green, cream, and yellow is not my favorite color combination. But let me show you what I've got here in my lap, because we have a square and we also have some more. So there's my last December Princess Bride square. The color combo looks a little bit better. It looks better with the black. It looks better in square form. But you can see, not only do we have a December square, but we have an actual blanket here. Now, it's not done, okay? So it's not completely done. I'm not super 100% satisfied with it currently, but I would say it's probably 85% done. There's only a little bit more that I want to do to it, but look, right? Okay, look. Please excuse the tails that I still have to weave in, but check it out, okay? So we've got a couple of rows of border, and then January starts here, and then we just keep going. My arms are like raising so high in the air. And then there's the last three. That was the green, olive green one is October. November is the brown. And then the actual like regular forest green is December. I love it. I love the way this looks. This looks crazy and like insanely colorful. And I love that it's all tied together with black. And I adore it. I love the way it looks. And so on the border here, I started with the gray, and then I did red, And then I did navy. And so I did 3 rows of I just kind of picked like whatever color I had on top of my pile of yarn. It's what I grabbed. So it happened to be gray, which is Mainstays. The red is deep red from Joanne Big Twist. And then the navy is Varsity Navy from Big Twist. So those are all solid. Then the next row of border, you can see it starts purple and ends in brown. So these two, the brown and the cream, the purple and the light blue here, these were scraps, little scraps that I had left over. So I just kind of tied. I promise they're multicolored. Here we go. I tied in the next color when I ran out. So I ran out of purple, so I tied in the orange. And the orange I didn't have a lot of. So then where it meets here, I tied on the brown. Did the brown, I used up all the brown. Same with the blue, the light blue and the cream. Wherever the blue ended, I just tied the cream on. Kept going. And then the last round that I have done is white, which is also a big twist. And I think I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 rows of border more. And then end with either 1 or 2 or several rows of black. Just to tie it all together, just to finish it off. But I think, oh, it's upside down. Hold on, let me get it right side up. I think it looks fantabulous. I love it. It is one of my favorite projects that I have done this year because it's not only part Sandy, part Heather, and it's part me because, I mean, of course, it's part me. I made the blanket, but these squares, these solid colored squares, are from my own video. It's a granny square stitch along with me video where I tested some crochet hooks. If you've been here, you know, of course, I mentioned it every time, but these are like sample squares that I made for that video, had no other use for them. And so I used them as inspiration for the 7 round grannies, like the size of the granny squares that I did in the blanket. And it's a combination of all of us. It's a combination of like every color under the sun. I can't believe I had enough colors of not only like different colors, but also enough yarn to do it. I'm gonna have, like, for example, let me grab it here since I tangled it all up. So the yellow, for example, the yellow is a color that I'm gonna put on the border. And I have more than enough here to do 1 round of border. I'm still gonna have some left. Same with the green. Like, I'm not gonna be able to use these up, which means there is still plenty to do another scrap blanket, another scrap something with these here. Even though that was my goal to use them all up in this Movie Marquee challenge blanket, I still did use up a lot. I used up all the blue, all the purple, all the brown, all the orange, wherever the orange lies, there's the orange. Use them all up. I'm gonna use up as much as I can of the black too. And as it currently, even though we're upside down again, but with the border on here, it is now a very comfortable cocoon size. Like, I feel like I can really wrap up underneath this. The length is nice. If it sits right here, it covers my feet. It's wonderful. I love it. I love the colors. I love the inspirations. I love the YouTubers it's based on. You know, this project is one of my favorites, and I'm so proud of it, and I love it, and I hope you guys too do too. Give me your opinions. Let me know. Let me know if my square for December, do you like this color combo? Is this something you would have done? It was also part of my thinking. It's a challenge, right? So challenge yourself to use colors that you wouldn't necessarily normally use, right? Green, yellow, and cream are definitely not a color combo I would ever normally use, but I think it works. And the best part, really, it just kind of happened, is let's hold it right side up because somehow I keep turning it upside down. So these first 6 squares, they have all the orange, right? Orange, orange, orange. And then orange, right? This square, this line of squares, these solid ones, delineate the first 6 months to the last 6 months, right? So orange, everything above the orange has orange, right? Then the other square, the green, everything after the green square has green. There's olive green, and then the like regular kind of forest green, right? It just kind of happened to work out that way, and I love it. I think it's great. Not only am I going to love this when it's done, but I'm also going to always think about Heather and Sandy when I'm using it, and so it all makes me happy. And I mentioned in my last Movie Marquee blanket video that this was sort of giving me vibes of the Roseanne blanket. I'll put a picture up again here of the blanket that's like I'm sort of shoehorning the inspiration in there, but it's one of the things that I've wanted to make for a very long time. They're smaller grannies. Each round is a different color by the looks, but they are joined in black. And that's kind of the vibe that this blanket is giving me. And I couldn't be happier with any of that. I also did want to mention, I did use Heather's continuous join to join it, which I'll link it below, of course, along with Heather and Sandy's channels will be linked down below. I tried showing it off before. Since it's black, you really can't see it too well. But this ridge in between is the join. And you just kind of go up and around and up and around, and then her video explains it great, but it is my absolute favorite join to do, especially for granny squares. I don't think I'm ever going to do any kind of sewing, slip stitching for squares together. Never again. I love her continuous join. And also, while we're on that subject, I will link also the tutorial for my hat, which is also Sandy's tutorial. It's her Oceans Away beanie, I think is what it was called. Everything today is Sandy and Heather, and they will be linked below, of course, because they're my favorite ladies on YouTube. And so, yeah, if you're curious about the hat, it is the Oceans Away beanie. My hair is on the struggle bus right now. The colors are really faded. They're almost the same. You can almost, like, barely tell the color apart, right? The green and the blue, they just sort of look like faded the same color. Trust me, like an update to my hair is coming. Hopefully when I'm feeling better, you get it, right? But today was very much a hat day. And so I put Sandy's hat on, the hat that I made from Sandy's tutorial, because it felt fitting given that this is, a Sandy project in general. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to mention here. I'm very excited to have this blanket most of the way completed. I'm absolutely going to have the blanket finished by the end of the year. And of course, I will show it off to you once it's totally finished and all the ends are woven in. Everything is completed, but I wanted to show it to you now because I finished the Princess Bride square. And I've got a blanket and, all that good stuff. But I think that's it, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for sticking with me while I'm sick. I feel like I always have something going on. If I sound sick, I apologize. The cold is kind of on its way out, so hopefully by next week I will feel much better. And look out for some videos coming up from me in the middle of December. I'm going to do short but daily videos in December, starting on the 14th, I think is the day I'm going to start. opening a gift exchange with Heather. Now, I have her gifts from her to me. I have them, but she's got some gifts from me to her, and she's already been opening them. And girl, let me tell you, you know how to make a person feel like special. Like, I am so touched that you're so touched. Girl, we sit and cry together during those YouTube videos, trust me. So I'm so happy that she's enjoying opening them. She's already opening them throughout the month. You know, every other day she's opening me, and she's also doing a gift exchange with Bella from Bella's Crocheted Gifts. Hey girl, hey Bella. And so check her out. Of course, again, she'll be linked below. She was going to be linked below anyway, but you get it. So I'm going to be opening her gifts to me, I think starting the 14th. I'm going to do one very short video every day from the 14th to the 25th, opening one of her gifts every day. So soon, it's coming soon. Like, what, 10 days or something? 2 weeks? Less than that? I'm telling you, time, it disappears. But the 14th is when I'm like determined to get them up and get them started. So get ready for that too. That's going to be fun. But I don't even know how I got on that subject. I'm pretty sure I said I was going to let you go like about 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to let you go now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a good day. If you enjoyed the video, if you like my blanket, give me a thumbs up. I would love that. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I promise I'm not always sick. And I also promise I sound better normally. So if this is your first time here, subscribe for future better videos, I promise. And until the next time I see ya, goodbye!